Go Beaver! Away!
Hello and welcome back to KritzKast. Season 16 is coming to an end in the semifinals today. Open Squad versus Feila eSports. We had these teams both again competing over and over in this season, but now it comes down who's taking the second or the first place medal against strong opinions into it. First of all, we have HartzFartz today on KritzKast. The first time, I believe. HartzFartz,
yes, I think this is my first time on KritzKast.
So, HartzFartz, what do you think? Predictions a bit.
Well, first of all, I'm really surprised that we still have a Premiership division, but Feila has been around forever, so I guess they're the favorite.
Fair enough. Well, when we look into the tables, I can actually agree with you on that. Like 26 points for Feila and strong opinions. And Open Squad's backing up with 18, followed by Envision, Lacrosse, and then Turret French Club, of course. So you could actually say, yeah, they are the favorites. I mean, they after all 6-0'd them on week 2, I believe, or week 3.
So, I'm not sure which week it was, but it was Gollywash and Warmtick.
Yeah. So,
pretty standard maps, and if you win 6-0 on them, you're supposed to be the better team.
Yeah.
But that's just mid-season play. The playoffs are obviously different and more important.
I mean, the teams had now 3 weeks or playing together. Maybe they improved. I believe they had they changed Pineapple Wolf for Morg, or like Pine left, so Morg came in and said, I gonna be not a sniper, man. So this might as well just be a big impact as well.
Oh man, I was hoping to see some Pineapple Wolf classic god sniping here, but I guess Morg will be funny to watch as well.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, let's look at the picks and bans actually. Maybe we see something interesting in their hearts. Maybe something we can predict, or maybe a team being scared. So if we go into the ban, if we see into the bans, we get a first ban from Mezzo on Warmtick, Joe banning Product. Mezzo is picking Coal Plant, so this is, no way. Joe is picking Coal Plant, excuse me. Mezzo is picking Badwater, and the decider is still taken by Joe. So there's basically, so Warmtick's being banned from Open Squad being 6-0 on it. Fairly reasonable ban, I believe.
Yeah, surely. And I think Gollywash was dropped along the way as well, so I mean, fresh maps, but I gotta say Coal Plant and Warmtick are quite similar. Both costs and the dynamics are the same, so
both cost maps.
Yeah, so I think Feila should be able to grab the first map here.
I mean, a steel pick from Joe, like the better team, or like the better considered team. A really aware pick, since steel is always considered a wild card. You think this was PM or something?
No, like I've played against Joe on steel a few seasons ago, and KritzKast can work really well on that map. And Joe likes KritzKast, so I think that's a solid pick for them. Okay,
but still, steel is kind of like the map where teams struggle, even if they normally don't do it. Like the wild card steel always.
Yeah, it's a map where communication and strategy are really important, and seeing that it's decider, you don't want to tilt on that map. So I guess the more solid team that keeps it together will have the advantage on steel.
Fair point. Well, since we have some time left, we can go through the roster if you like to.
No, I don't like these players, so
okay.
I'd rather not.
You could as well just mention them,
Yeah, please go ahead, Sam.
So then I go with Open Squad. Spans on Scout. Solly would be Newbie, Pyros, Patwitz, Sturano. Engineer Clark of the season. Heavy is Snuggles, aka Justice. Demo one and only Murphy, of course. Who do we have left? Sniper Morg, Mezzo Spy, and I believe I have everyone else. Yeah, so you want to go for Feila?
Oh no, you do it again, please.
Alright, May would be on Scout, Solly would be included middle, Pyro V-Clocks, Spamfest Engineer, heavy would be Ripe from Finland, Joanne on Demo Man, of course, Layla Medic, and probably Porky on Sniper. He's missing on the server right now. AJ on Spy, and I forgot Sprayer on Medic for Open Squad. I just realized that.
You actually missed one more. He actually the most important person, and that's Wiethoofd on the camera. Big shout out to him. He'll make this stream watchable.
Kinda, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Who
of
do you
course.
think, like, big gamers to watch out? Of course, Joe may, but like somebody you would like prefer to watch out more for?
I mean, there's a lot of solid players like Newbie. He plays a lot of pickup games and he's always picked on Soldier, and it's like he does a good job and is annoying, so he'll do well.
Okay.
And besides him, Murphy could be having a real large impact on this game. I've played against him, I played with him, but that's already a few seasons ago, so not really updated on him, but if he can do what he likes to do, then he'll be playing really well. But if Feila shuts him down, then maybe he'll struggle a lot, and well, we'll see. But I'm hoping he will get the job done.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I would still watch out for Meso and Morg. I mean, Morg experienced, probably one of the most experienced player in both teams, probably, except Joe and Layla, maybe. Meso always performing quite well, especially in officials, and when not shot down correctly.
I want to give a shout out to Wiethoofd. He's in one of my frag videos, and he just looks like a fool. But since then, he's on point with his reflex, and it's just annoying to play against him. Such a try-hard pyro, so...
And all pyros kind of tryhards. Isn't that like a thing?
Sure, but some pyros, they're just actually bad. I mean, not just because they're playing pyro, but because they're really bad. And, you know, he seems to do a good job, so shout out to him.
Seems to be okay for him. Fair enough. Which team, like, would you say, like, would be the dominating force on Core Plant? You already said Feila. Would you still, like, go, like, prediction-wise, like 3-0, 3-2, 3-1?
It's hard to say. I'm gonna say 3-0 for Feila, but I might amend that prediction after the first round.
How about that? You root for Feila, I root for Open Squad.
Well, okay, if you want to be wrong, I guess.
I'm not scared of you. Oh, you false predictions here.
Sam, do you know who updated this map?
Who updated this map?
Yeah.
No.
Because that guy needs a shout out, because in previous version, your medic could spawn at the start of the round on the other side of the spawn, and he wouldn't be able to heal anyone. And, you know, we had a Prem official a few seasons ago where demos just didn't get any buffs to roll out, which was quite funny. But, you know, now everyone spawns on the left side and you can do an actual proper rollout. It's just mind blown. This map is now so much better than Asheville.
So shout out to UGC as well, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you, America.
For letting us make the better map.
I guess so. I'm not aware who updated the map, but good work. There's another version where there's like small fence in the lobby area. I'm sad to say that it's not in this version. So if like Newbie or Spans wants to flank behind, then they'll just get headshot by Porky across the lobby. So annoying.
We're actually live, Hans. So let's see who's first to mid.
Yeah, Sam, you take us to mid.
Okay, should I take us to mid? Let's see, Murphy and Joe. Joe is actually first. Actually both at the same time. Murphy to the Y from his side perspective. All of them out, no sniper shots being fired yet. Nubi seems to be ready to jump in here. He's a keen beam. Middle actually the first to jump in. Goes out, Mizzle gets taken up by V-Clocks. Nubi kind of fails to jump here, tries to go west Corky. AJ gets square, so this is probably a eaten mid for Feila.
Yeah,
Feila
also
only
besides that crucial backstab, Feila actually went across the point and...
Murphy in, on, gets Layla and V-Clocks, right? There's actually re-push potential for open squad. But as I said,
we see Clark running in, he's calling his team, go push point, he's building his mini, and he actually secures the point. Well played by open squad, he's turning the tables.
Joker is taken down by Mezzo, so this is a huge pick, so they can probably secure the point finally and actually cap it instead of standing around on it. Only way defending with May here. Should be no biggie for them to recap. Hold the point.
But they don't have good positioning right now, so it looks like they're losing it. But Square gets taken up by
Porky and Mock answers in Russian, I take Layla. And both of them are messages guns down wave here and OpenSquad securing the point once again for them. Just need to cap and kill Joe in the act.
Yeah, quite messy and aggressive mid here. Middle jumps in, gets denied.
Mesuk is actually stabbed for match, so this is a thing to see.
It looks like open squad is in control now, setting up a proper defense on their left side behind the high ground. They look solid, but Sprayer is on low HP and there's no sandwich in sight.
May actually gets gunned down by Mezzo. Middle in, really deep in, doesn't connect quite the rockets here sadly though. But Murphy gets taken down here. Joe gets taken down as well. No damage from both sides.
Really good distraction as Feila just runs up to the point and gets some time done, but eventually they do get denied by Snuggles.
Yeah, Snuggles actually having the big minigun versus Tomislav fight, winning it of course because minigun is superior. Spence chasing apparently Layla and got her as well, so this was a big shout out to Spence on my side. Square and Snuggles, aka Justice as well, out right now, letting Feila actually control the point for a bit. But there should come out a solution soon because Murphy is already deep in again. On the ground, ready to push.
It's quite the even game so far.
Yeah.
It's open squad showing their aggression again.
There's actually a pop coming in.
And they're taking the point, they don't seem to get many franks, but they're taking all the position.
Well, Joe gets taken down by Snuggles actually, it's a great pick here. I think he bombed in, but didn't sadly saw that. Poppy taken down by Mork as well, so no aggression of the snipers. Actually, AJ just takes down Mork as well. Mork so far, big impact game.
And Newbie just jumped in and picks off Layla again. He knows what to do on this map and counter jump by middle gets denied. Looks like Strono is the better pyro on this map.
Definitely. But as we see it, like Layla dies and the entirety of Feila just walks in like as a solid block and wants square that right now. There's a slightly medic advantage for Feila eSports.
Yeah, so I'd like to amend my prediction. It looks much more like a 3-2 in either favor.
Nubi just jumps in, gets Porky and Layla completely caught off guard. Nobody inside to rescue, and this is again an uber advantage for open squad and the point middle in actually. Still reflect god anyways, just denies it anyways.
Yeah, middle needs to do a better job with his bombs, like he's not accomplishing anything. He jumps at the right moments and generally good idea, but he's just getting nowhere. He needs scout or a spy coordinating with him.
Yeah. Nubi in, behind right now. Middle, on the hunt right now. But Nubi with the surf, fighting back. That's mad.
Sadly no air shot.
No, sadly. There's actually a point for Feila. Just running in, killing down Storno, Snuggles. This is actually again a point for Feila. It's really balanced actually. It's really interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's absolutely equal and looks like open squad wants to get this point back. It's nobody's really defending it, so it's 3 points.
Shouldn't even use either. I believe.
Oh, the Ubers are exchanged, so looks like Open Squad is still on top of this exchange, but you never know when it goes.
Feila actually can defend this point. There should be one more Uber if Edge doesn't pick a sprayer, and we have a pause. So okay, we have a pause. So let's think about what just happened. Well, Edge is about to stab Square. We can all agree on that one.
I don't know.
But I think he sees him.
Yeah, Sprayer should see him, but you know, face that. Let's do it, boys.
Let's see for that. So we have an Uber. We have basically both Ubers at the same. Well, actually, Layla has a 20% Uber advantage here. So, but 30 seconds on the timer. We could actually see just like a 0-0 time again. You know. Like Open Squad caps it in the final fight in the mid. It's like 0-0 who caps it first. This would be interesting to see, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. But I have to say that Feila looks like the better team because I count more unusual HUDs on their side than on Open Squad. I only see Murphy with on, and he's only on 6 HP. I mean, that's just that awful unusual if you have 6 HP. I mean, what the hell? Go trade it in at a cabinet.
Yeah, but he has actually a grenade launcher unusual as well.
Well, I think those are called strange.
Strange, unusual for me. But positional, if we go to that, like more completely on the point with Spray alone, let's see what AJ can play off here right now. If Mog doesn't get a hero shot on AJ, Spray could as well just get an Uber Saw on AJ and kill him with that and get a gigantic Uber advantage. What I doubt will happen, but it could. When it comes to like respawn waves, we have Snuggles in the respawn waves, Lono and Spence on the left side. Just kind of like running towards Spray so we can proper heal.
If Feila has good coordination here, then Agi will call that he's going for Sprayer, and May and Joe will go across the point and pick him off as well. Because there's just barely any defensive on Sprayer. I mean, Clark is around and Mork, but that's just not enough.
This is basically nothing against the Demo Man, Spy, and Scout now. But let's see if it's actually being called out. I mean, we have position-wise, Feila is 10 times better right now, but Open Squad is reforming right now, like basically behind their point. So it kind of is like important to see what happens right now.
And
if we have an unpause.
I think Middle is in the process of jumping to the top right area, so yeah, he could really have a good bomb for once. It's all good opportunity for him to strike and make the difference.
Mm. It could definitely happen right now, but we have to wait for the unpause. You wanna change your prediction, by the way?
Yeah, I already changed it to 3-2.
Ah, fair enough. For which team?
I was undecided, but I think Feila will pull it out.
Fair enough.
So far, the game has been pretty aggressive and messy, but you know, we had an Uber exchange where Feila used earlier, but they still came out on top, and they didn't have good positioning before they used the Uber, but they won that exchange anyway. So I would say that they're more comfortable in this game right now, and if they just keep their cool and improve their defense a bit, then they should be going forward and taking those rounds.
Fair enough. Well, what I think is Open Squad is quite interesting in keeping the game messy for Feila, because I think every team member in Feila has a proper in Open Squad has a proper idea of what they want to accomplish, and it seems for me they want to have this game as messy as possible, and we actually have an unpause. AJ Sprayer goes down actually. This is horrible. But yeah, Joe actually bleeds in as well, so this might be the push sit for Open Squad. And it looks like Open Squad capping it.
And so does May, but you know, full Uber advantage for Layla.
Yeah, but this is the thing now. If Feila is running to Joe, when Meso already calling where they go. This is important now. If Layla goes down early, if Layla goes down before an Uber exchange happens, or like an Uber will be popped, or Joe actually dies, so this is quite handy for Open Squad. I sadly don't have my timer sadly freeze, so...
It's gonna be really close here.
May Uber actually, Scout Uber could have worked. We are on quick fix by the way as well. 10 seconds for open squad left, probably 5. And Uber actually takes down nothing.
Actually gets sprayer again, and some big headshot came in as well from Porky, so I guess Feila will take this round, but it's not over yet.
It's not decided yet, right?
Yeah,
Prem's already taking some minor cap points here. We are having still a quick fix. Nubi in, trying to fight the hardest. Sloninus will get sniped. It's just a meat grinder. Feila is on the button to press the meat grinder, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's first point for Feila right now.
I was gonna say Clark of the season is still around, and I was watching him. He was really solid, but he just couldn't do it by himself. So Feila 1-0. See this next mid or the demo equally fast, or is Joe there first?
And actually it's Murphy, I believe it was faster. Spans really deep in, and May actually gets Murphy. It's a huge pick here. There needs something happen right now from Open Squad, else they're gonna lose this mid fight. Quite convenient.
Mezzo was about to stab Feila, but Wiethoofd was ready for him and just picks him off. Interesting by Joe, he took a different rollout this time and went through the right side and jumped the roof, and he did a lot of damage on Murphy, and he got picked off by May, so really solid mid by them.
Definitely. Yeah, we kinda can see like a lot of stuff happening right now. Feila, but looking at the moment quite convenient to win right now after this mid fight if they keep that momentum up. But it's not actually on the point. More goes down to Joe, so no sniper here, and there's an Uber exchange actually coming in. Remember, Square didn't die in the mid fight.
Pretty boring exchange, nothing happening right now.
Maybe gets taken down, maybe gets completely denied, I believe. Clark gets stabbed. And Square is being hunted down by May, probably. Actually, Morg can't help that.
This was a really bad push by Open Squad, and that's what I meant earlier. Feila gets their defense up properly, they're just so confident, and you see what happened. It was like 2 picks versus roughly 5 or so. That's just not good enough by Open Squad if they want to capture this point.
Yeah. What do you think should Open Squad do differently, like from that perspective, while they're like trying to fight off?
Well, Newbie was always successful with his bombs, so here comes the bomb in.
He's not right now. There's actually a push coming in right now.
Last round Sprayer was picked off a lot towards the end, and you gotta work on that. I'm not used to Sprayer just dying that often, so...
Show in on Sprayer.
Nope.
And May as well. Sprayer in dispenser trying to save his life. He does actually. Impressive.
Yeah, I don't know what May did. He just stopped shooting Sprayer and decided to go for a dispenser pick.
I mean, he was hiding in the dispenser, you know, this is kind of the trick he did.
Yeah, no, just need shot the medic. I mean, okay, fair enough, the dispenser was healing Sprayer, but, you know, just kill the medic. What's wrong with that guy?
There may be coming actually a bomb in from middle. Middle looks quite ready for bomb. And there he actually is in, getting denied here by Slono quite well. The boss is still coming in though. Wave bleeds in, as well as middle and May. Nothing big here, but Open Squad actually losing 5 players in a defense Uber. And that's not quite the thing you want to happen, right? I mean, Porky gets taken down in the aftermath. Square's taking down, and Joe's quite a convenient pick as well.
Yeah, that dry push by Feila, that they went across the point, and simultaneously Middle was jumping. Sure, he got denied again, but that just allowed Strono to be distracted, and Joe just got some massive stickies done, and you know, May going in as well. It's just good teamwork right there. Right now, Newbie just jumped in alone. That's just not good enough. Can't do it all by himself. He needs some backup.
Definitely. Newbie again in getting denied by V-Clocks here. Yeah, and Joe gets saved by Layla by a reflex. by an Uber, sorry. And Open Squad is just bleeding in 3 people by now. Heavy, Scout, Sniper, Pyro, can't even keep up so quick. May just takes down Sprayer in an amazing way. But I didn't saw, sadly.
Sprayer was hiding in the dispenser again, and May finally realized, oh, shoot the medic. That's how you kill him. And he now says dispenser won't save you now. He's not getting distracted anymore by that dispenser. But maybe by the teleporter next time, but we'll see about that.
Mork on a complete rampage right now. Taking down Wave, saving Newbie, dies anyways, but doesn't matter.
Murphy gets stabbed by Aji. He's doing such a great job. May and Aji, they're getting the picks done.
Yeah. Sprayer completely in right now, but doesn't matter, overtime's done. Yeah, let's
so I think right it's time for amend my prediction again.
You had enough of this.
And just go back to the 3-0.
You don't change.
Fine, I guess. Then let's root for Open Squad. Let's do it, boys. 3-2.
May gets taken down actually. Maybe gets taken down by middle though.
Good coordination by Feila again. They just send in their flank. The whole red team Open Squad gets distracted, and Joe and the heavy just go across and do some more damage. And I think Wiethoofd was running in with the flamethrower as well, just flaming at everyone on the Open Squad. It's just great.
Joe gets taken down actually. This should be a push potential by Open Squad just to be on the point a bit, but Murphy's just alone on the point, being taken down by May. And Mork gets taken down by Ajay, and that's actually an Uber pop on Wiethoofd and May. Someone's doing a great job denying it though. And Snagus just comes in and smooths in and kills everything he finds.
Was a big zap on the mini sentry, and who's this Spamfest just whipped out the Revengeneer crits and gunned down Mezzo. What a brain play, getting those crits to good use.
So actually Open Squad controlling the point right now. Nubi in, taking down Porky by a nice little air shot there.
It's also a rocket on Layla, but again, nobody to follow up with. Spams was there.
And right now, point just being contested by Uncle. Actually, a pop comes in, I'm not sure why. Or Murphy just plants down the heavy, this is the thing as well. As well as spams, so Murphy had enough of them.
At the same time, Middle jumped in and popped Mork up in the air, missed the air shot, but hit the Tyrone shot when he landed. So sniper down, but he already respawned.
So Joe actually again in with a solo Uber, and Square is just way too close in. Nice try there by Spawner, but sadly the stick is flying not to his favor.
Yeah, this was actually one of the few uncoordinated pushes from Feila there, but you know that they prioritized their target, and eventually, well, Joe just pressured all of the enemy players away, so Feila eventually could just run on the point and just grab it.
Yeah.
So in the end, well played by them. I think we will see a bomb coming in pretty soon.
Yeah,
Newbie going with spams below.
Messer gets taken down here by middle, sadly, but you know, it happens. Murphy and alone on the point right now, Snug is finally accompanying him by capping. But it's kind of happening. Edge just gets to gun down for more again.
We just had an epic counter jump duel by Newbie and Middle, and they both got taken out by separate players that weren't actually in the fight. So
there's actually an Uber coming in from Feila on Joe and Wiethoofd, and looks like Square is on the run right now from Joe. Joe had enough of that. He's in spawn, gets taken down by Square again. It's the second kill Square gets on Joe. It's quite questionable now. But actually Wiethoofd takes down Snuggles, so that's a fair point there. Meso on the point, trying to cap a little bit of it, but Wiethoofd is completely booted and is running inside their spawn. Let's see if he survives though. Stunner, he's actually going to take down.
Open Squad actually tried pushing this with their Uber, but they didn't use it, so they'll have it to defend this, but Feila just aggressive on the point, and Uber does come in a defensive Uber, and Feila is just scrambling around, and they won't lose any players. They're re-pushing now on the left side.
And probably have Uber as well, so there we are. So not even, with 80%, but still. Open Squad having 4 players down while only Joe bled in. This is not worth it for Open Squad. 4 people up, and now Square can take a lead and run home with 4 spans.
See extremely solid plays by Feila, which is what they do. Play aggressive, play together, chase those frags,
Nubi
and
in.
cap the point.
Forced. Great job by Nubi. Nice reflect by Wiethoofd though. Sono's bleeding inside, dying here sadly. Joe really deep on Square. Square didn't realize that yet, I think. Clark gets completely destroyed from Joe. Jesus Christ. Morg gets taken down as well from Ajay. Yeah, and this is actually the point for Feila again. And I think Oxford doesn't have the things to re-push that in time.
Yeah, they do have a lot of time on the point, so they could regroup, but Nubi and Storm are just bleeding in, and the rest of the team is not to be seen.
Yeah.
Meso is calling an early GG.
Morg gets this medic pick for the logs really quick, so this was a nice thing to see. This is the first map actually for the semifinals, Open Squad versus Feila eSports, 3-0 Cold Plant. And this was Open Squad's pick after all, so this is not a nice sign, isn't it?
Yeah, I think somebody did predict this scoreline, but I'm not sure who that was, and this is actually Feila's pick, not Open Squad.
Fair enough. Still quite convenient. Convincing, I guess, for a 3-0. I mean, Badwater is a map where I remember Feila struggled a lot in the past with it, especially last. So we might well see a good turnaround. We might. Or do you see something else, Hartz?
I'm seeing the logs, and straight off the bat, Feila has in total 3 air shots versus 0, and that's what matters.
Fair enough. So, but let's actually look into the logs.
Well,
actually, both heavies top scoring with kills. I think we don't see that often.
What I am seeing is Joe top damaging, and Murphy is not. And there's a huge difference in their damage. That's not okay as demo on a KOF map. Also, Joe has 10 assists compared to 5 on Murphy. That would imply that Feila is pushing with Joe much more closer together, and they're cleaning up on his damage. So he almost has 600 DPM. We did have a pause, so he probably is above that. So just big damage coming out from Joe.
I mean, fair enough. We have to agree with we could see who been taken down who the most. But I think Ajay picked Murphy around 5 times. Didn't he? Actually, it was middle with the 5 times and Ajay with the 3 times. But still, there was a lot of more focus on Murphy than on Joe, I believe, or at least the focus that worked on it.
Well, that can have many reasons. Like I said, because of the assist, it seems like Murphy doesn't have enough support, so that's also a reason why he would be easier to pick off. And that the demo is really important in Highlander.
I mean, but now we are on Badwater, and it's a complete other logic right now. Now we're looking for the sniper pick, and I don't know who won the sniper matchup. I believe it was Morg.
Morg has more headshots.
But does he even have more kills? No.
No, and he has less sniper picks.
Oh, well,
but he has one more pick on Layla than Porky on Spray.
Fair enough. I mean, I mean, normally, if your sniper is at least top going, you have a good fight. But if your sniper is as well not having any nice time against their sniper, it's normally one-sided. But it kind of didn't look like it, on the first 2 rounds, did it? I mean, it was quite balanced on the first round, and the second, Feila kind of realized HartzFartz is trying to have the game as messy as possible for them. Possibly. And then on third, they were completely locked into their position and had an easy round.
But let's talk about this map. And first of all, for all of our North American players, I want to issue a trigger warning. We're playing the stock Badwater map and not any of these weird pro version Badwater nonsensical thing.
I mean, good call, actually. We have the best of 3 as always in ETF2L basic. So we have to play 2 rounds of Badwater or 3 rounds if one of the other teams are both teams scoring 1 point. So we're gonna be here for a while.
So Sam, what's your prediction for the first round?
Well, it really depends who's starting to push and who's attacking, right?
Yeah, Feila seems to be attacking first.
Feila seems to be attacking. What I remember from playing with Feila was we had a lot of struggles on last all the time. So I'm actually interested how they're going to push last. And if they can take their momentum from third to last, if they can do that, that should be an easy round for Feila. If HartzFartz gives them, the no sign, the stop sign for third and last, they probably could take a round of them easily. I'd probably even take the map off it. It's definitely a chance for it.
So what's your prediction? Who gets the first round?
The first round? I'm just gonna stay with HartzFartz now, so you can stay with Feila.
Okay, fair enough.
You have to stay committed to your team. As same in football, if your soccer team is losing, you still go with them, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. I think there was this player with NUFC in his name, and now he doesn't have that name anymore. So I don't know. I guess you don't have to stick to your team. But for my prediction, I'm gonna predict a huge bomb by Middle and Joe onto Sprayer with big drops. And then they'll just push that card straight to last. They'll just skip second and third. They just go straight to last and have a 4 minute and roughly 20 seconds time.
Alright, so you're basically saying Feila's gonna put the nail into the coffin now for HartzFartz.
Well, at least in the first round.
Fair enough.
Next round, the second round, open squads will push first, and if they get a 9-minute time, Feila might get complacent and just lose a round because they think they'll just easy win, and then they lose a round, and we'll have an actual best of 3. So we just have to wait for our second round prediction.
I'm actually interested how Newbie will play on attack quite, because this is what scares me at night. Newbie bombing me. But yeah.
Okay. I never played against Newbie in an actual official, I think, so I wouldn't know. So I'm not scared.
I didn't like it.
What I do want to see though is Feila getting out the KritzKast and show us some nice stickies.
You mean the Feila MVP, the KritzKast coming out again for magical comeback?
Medic of the season, KritzKast. Or should I say KritzKast?
Ooh.
I'm being told to plug some merch, so go buy that merch and hit that subscribe button or that follower or whatever the hell you do on Twitch. You can also send in some donations if you don't like our merch. We'll take your money irregardless. We also have a Patreon, patreon.something/
KritzKast.
KritzKast.
I mean, Hartz, do you have your private Patreon as well? Maybe people want to donate to that instead?
Well, just donate to the Roger Federer donation foundation or whatever it's called. He's the king of Switzerland and tennis. So if you increase his wealth, I will be happy as well.
Fair enough, fair enough. So you're gonna say Feila's gonna roll through that in 4 minutes and 20?
Roughly, yeah.
Alright. So Clark finally decides to join the team he signed up for this season. So let's see what's happening.
Well, I gotta mention, Mork is already on 60 points in this pre-game, so he might have something to say about my prediction. We'll see. On the other hand, Murphy is on 0, so I don't know about him.
You know, maybe he does a little meditation, you know, calming down a bit after this intense Copeland game. You know?
Well, I just saw Mezzo do a mid-air sticky jump and smack his ball into Leila's face, so maybe he should play demo, but I don't know if they have a good spy replacement. But that was just a fantastic jump by him.
Okay, we're actually going live now, and it's again Open Squad versus Feila eSports in the semifinals, second round. First round, gone to Feila. Feila needs to win Badwater to get into the finals against Strong Opinions. Open Squad needs to win Badwater and the follow-up one, Steel, as the decider, my you guys.
Let's see. Clark, he's on, I think, the Eureka effect, or maybe a bot killer. Oh, it's the Eureka effect, so he will be teleporting back to spawn. This is the latest meta in Europe, maybe NA, I don't know.
Didn't it swap into from NA?
I don't know, I know that I told Mint to do it way back when he still played, but it didn't caught on back then, so I'm not gonna claim any responsibility here.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, that was actually fair enough. Great team.
Well, actually fair enough then. So you're gonna say Big Bomb for Middle and Joe Inc?
Yeah, and I guess Agi will get Jane Stab as well.
Oh, there's actually... And Joe actually turns around. He didn't like that version of it.
That was just a small bomb. Here's the Joe. Big bomb. Going to seconds.
He does the bomb actually.
I don't know.
And they're coming in. With Wiethoofd as well.
Jumping in as well. With
but Square doesn't drop, he pops.
Well, whatever.
And the card is being pushed here.
It still might be a 4-minute time.
Yeah,
and roughly 20 seconds.
But look at that, Murphy knows already that they're gonna push hill. Already put stick traps down and Joe doesn't seem to see them. And Joker's actually down! Completely fail over by Leila. Completely great stick trap by Murphy, Jesus.
Oof. And Leila gets jumped
by
and gets picked
talking
off.
About big bombs. But still, that's a full wipe for Feila eSports. This is not looking good for them. Demo man's being exchanged.
Spans even took down the teleporter entrance, and yeah, Sprayer died along the way, so Feila could dry push this if they like to, and seeing how aggressive they were on one tick, they might just do so.
Did you just get a chain stab on Morph, Justice and Splunner? Nobody really called that, nobody really seemed to give one. And Joe actually deep in on Murphy actually here, but Joe gets completely screwed over, may I say.
Yeah, but the rest of his team is going forward.
Completely being destroyed by V-Clocks with an air reflect. That was amazing, and I'm glad I saw that, and I'm glad I heard heard Wiethoofd saying, oh my god, this was cute as hell. Okay, let's focus back. We are on third right now.
Yeah,
so there's actually Uber on V-Clock. Stoner doing a great job reflecting V-Clocks back into the corner where he deserves to be, but this is looking like a coffin in the nail for OpenSquad right now. They need to retake that map, so at least HartzFartz is wrong in his prediction.
Well, I'm not completely wrong there. They're pushing third pretty fast, and they might just take last pretty early. We'll see.
Yeah.
Joe is here putting out the damage.
So no power to reflect that. Sona really weak, but just not getting the proper treatment he needs right now. There's actually an Uber coming in. OpenSquad heard my begging to not let them cap before 4 minutes. And Stoner is deep in. Killing Joe with a reflex 5, jeez! And Red's dying to the aftermath of a burn effect, that's horrible. And OpenSquad actually retakes third, this was amazing to watch here right now. May actually with Layla Uber, but this is actually not being secured third right now. Morgan Murphy, nice name actually, when you think about it. Actually quite deep in here. Murphy completely booted in, sadly. Middle and Murphy decides to take his own life rather than give Middle a kill.
This might be a 3-minute time.
It might be. At least you're still wrong with that then.
Well, whatever.
Actually, there's a map room push in. We only are on mini sentries right now.
Yeah, both entries are minis.
Doesn't look too nice here. Spam is taking down Spamfest actually, so great stuff there. May alone on the card here should be being spammed out on a great mini sentry position by Clark when takes down May. But Clark and Joe actually gets taken down by Mezzo. This is actually horrible right now again. Mork is taken down by, how's he called? Layla V-Clock's down by Murphy and Nubi. Great job by both of them. Probably breaking the push here right. And as we say, this Wave and Porky gets taken down by Nubi and Mezzo. And Solo takes down middle with the detonator. I didn't know that's meta now as well.
So what Feila needs right now is a big force on Sprayer, and then they'll have their Uber advantage and can do a proper push to cap out the car. So let's see how they're gonna suicide into this point.
I mean, it kind of depends what Feila wanna do. Actually, Joe's jumping in here right now, middle quite delayed here. That doesn't look too well for. Actually, there's a force coming in. Now it's up to the OpenSquad actually taking down all the players. So Layla should sit around on an 80% Uber ad right now. It's actually a 61. I am sorry.
It's okay. Feila did the tandem bomb where they send in their demo first and the soldier jumps a bit delayed, and it did get the job done. Even if they didn't, V-Clock was there to run in as well, so good coordination in the end.
Feila right now in tires with Joe V-Clock leading the position, and early Uber coming in. They're not taking any chances. Sterner and Square actually trying to walk up here right now. Well, actually they are not, they're just hiding in that little thing. Taking down, and this is actually a 3-man hold right now for Nubi, Mezzo and...
Yeah. Big time on the card, let's see what's it gonna be.
It could actually happen before 20.
Oof. What's that 5? I don't know that number.
523. It's. I give you that one.
No, not good enough. Just like OpenSquad's defense, not good enough. But you know, they can cut this out within 5 minutes.
Definitely. I mean, we just saw them. We just saw Feila capping it in 5 minutes 22.
Definitely so. Just need a good time on first, and from first you can cap last and within 2 minutes. So there's just themselves in the way into succeeding. You know, trying is the first step towards failure. So I guess don't try, just do, do it.
It's quite poetic, my friend. What do you think? What's gonna happen now? Even bigger bombs now? I mean, I can already hear a jetpack in OpenSquad spawn right now. We might as well just see the triple bomb here again.
It's hard to say, because the only players with points right now are Mezzo and Nubi, so they could get some good picks here, but they might as well just be denied as well. So, but it looks like they're coordinating their cliff bomb. Nubi in my favorite spot. He's gonna do a double jump off of the pillar.
So really tense right now. Web is already pre-firing. I really love it. And there's a bomb coming in. Will be completely destroyed. Layla almost falling down the. Layla really low and Meso doesn't see it. He just doesn't. Layla 2 HP. Get this woman.
Oof.
This was balls of steel from Layla right now. I'm not sure if she's aware of it though.
Looks like Mezzo has a 75 FOV. I mean,
it could be, yeah.
Check your surroundings. Just because you're a spy.
There's a market gardener coming in from Nubi.
Good stuff.
We
so do have an Uber exchange here, and looks like Open Squad does take some positioning here, but they're losing a lot of players, and it's just thrown off.
It's a full wipe. But still, Feila needs to be quick now to set up proper.
Well,
we actually
Joe wants to back out.
Gets the Alexander! On Layla! That's hot! That's a yikes! Porgy gets taken down by his bands. I need to catch my air here right. Breathweather. Middle going in, getting sprayer, but not with the market gardener, so that's not to mention anyways.
Yeah, screw middle. He's clearly the worst soldier here. I mean, come on.
Get on Nubi's level middle, please. Nubi again in! Does he take the shuttle this time? No.
Yeah. What I want to see next is a man threat killed by Nubi. I mean, come on. Let's get that stomp damage. Let's Goomba some people.
3 minutes 20 time is a decent time per second. And threat is set up probably. Not quite yet.
Sprayer is actually quite on low HP and has no Uber at all. So if Feila can get this Uber, then they might get a proper third defense and just park the bus here.
Definitely, now Feila wants to. We can see Feila wants to park the bus. They don't want to go anywhere else. They want to take a little break right now. After Layla needs to sit down for a while after this market gardener. But Omskot still pressuring, walking position. Web being spammed out right now. Looks like a decent push. Pot gets taken over by Morg. This should be the opener right now for Open Squad. Nubi gets taken over by May and Web in combination. AJ gets taken over by Murphy. Extremely in front. Quite toxic. But spans and still on the point. They know what's happening. And normally what Feila does now, they pop into V-Clock, but V-Clock just fed in with Joe.
They also pop the conch, so that they'll be extra fast on this Uber, but Mezzo just bycaps it irregardless.
Where's Sprayer? Did he die on the way? No, he didn't.
No.
He has 100% Uber for last, but this is horrible for Feila. This could actually be a cap right now.
No, they already capped it.
No, I mean for last, my friend.
Yeah, possibly. Unless Sprayer gets sniped.
Or stabbed by AJ. AJ is sitting on the plank here right now and waiting. He's playing Assassin's Creed right now. He looks like he's too afraid.
Don't see Feila defending anywhere. They do have a level 3.
They are afraid, quite well.
See what Joe does, since he's the only one defending and he gets the drop.
Jeez.
We didn't mention the sticky drop, so, you know, no credit to us calling Sprayer being dropped.
Yeah. Fully wiped right now. So one more push basically for Home Squad. They need to hurry up a bit.
Well, they just need to go force them and get their Uber ready and push the car.
Can they be actually forced? You know, yeah, they actually can be forced. So this would be a convenient thing to be happening right now.
It's really interesting sticky trap by Murphy right below the railing above the sentry. So if a heavy jumps down there, he'll be just blasted away. Well, actually, I mean Joe, not Murphy. And Newbie just jumped right into Joe. Is so smart.
I mean, both teams kind of fighting for fighting for every inch here, but Feila just doesn't want to give one single inch to Open Squad. AG gets takes down Murphy in 20 seconds on the clock. It's really getting worse. Open Squad is going either full in right now. Maybe a thing they should have done 20 seconds ago.
Yeah. Ubers do get popped, but there's no time, no car time. It's gonna be 1-0 for Feila. showing their strength again, even on payload.
Yeah, so that's the first point for Feila eSports on Badwater. They need one more point to go one upper bracket to get into the finals against Strong Onions. Quite convincing round, actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, it was not that convincing as Core Plant, but it was still at one point convincing, you know? I mean,
I don't know, I saw a convincing Martin Garden on Feila.
Yeah, fair enough, we saw that as well.
Let's look at the logs.
Let's look at that.
Now we see Joe and Murphy a lot closer in damage. Also a lot closer in assists and kills and deaths, so either Joe is stepping down or Murphy is stepping up.
Yeah, I mean, it's OpenSquad's map choice. And we can see that they play well more coordinated on this map.
Yeah, and Porky, less kills than Morg, more headshots again, so looks like OpenSquad is actually playing better right now, and I hope they can keep the ball rolling. And I do have to mention though, Feila 4 air shots versus 1. Even Wiethoofd got one juicy reflect rocket on Ruby. So that might be the reason why they won the round again.
But then again, juicy Market Gardener on Layla.
Yeah, I did see that.
I just wanted to mention it again.
That was quite delicious as well.
Yeah, it was quite a nice snack indeed.
Do have to mention May, top scoring on 20 kills, 6 deaths. Spans is nowhere near that. So
I think we don't need to mention
discrepancy there.
But yeah, quite convincing when it comes to that. But again, so quite well from both teams, you know.
So what's your second round prediction, Sam?
I think OpenSquad's gonna step up now and gonna actually win a round. I doubt they want to go out into this. They don't want to leave, you know, players with 6-0. It's kind of a thing you don't want to have.
Yeah, I agree. That they'll pick up the pace once again and get another round, or actually their first round in this official. I also want to give another shout out to D-Clocks. He has some sort of Badeente equipped. Whatever that item is. Looks nice.
What does he have equipped? May I ask again?
Yeah, some sort of rubber duck. You know, the ones that you have in your bathtub.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an item or some sort of thing.
It's a thing. Like, remember that thing when like ducks spawn when you kill the person?
Yeah, is it actually visible? Because I don't actually know that item.
I have no clue.
I remember it being a Halloween thing, I think. And you were in go-karts and you collected ducks, and we were like, oh, this update is amazing. I'm so happy that they ruined my configs and console for this update.
You still didn't recover from that?
Yeah, if Wiethoofd didn't give me his HUD and his casting essential things, I would still have the standard thing, and you know, with my ammo on the bottom right where it gets blocked by my Steam friends going online. Happened so often where I just ran out of rockets and I was standing there with my Martin Gardener, not able to jump.
This is quite a sad story indeed, but actually going into round 2 of Badwater, so a quick remember, Feila eSports just needs to win this one more round to get into the finals. OpenSquad needs to step up and win Badwater and to get into the finals and upset Feila eSports. So big bombs again, probably by Nubi and Murphy, don't you think?
Well, hope we see a big Martin Garner. Or no, I hope we see a big Man-Thread Trump stomp, Goomba stomp.
So you think Nubi's gonna tweet us again with a nice snack of Market Gardener or Mantras?
Well, he is on the Gumbolts, so I feel disappointed. I wish he would be even more fancy than he already is with his unusual.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
On the other hand, if Mezzo will check his surroundings, he can pick off Layla on 2 HP.
Yeah, this was quite unfortunate, wasn't it?
Yeah. Always check your surroundings. You might just get hit by a Market Gardener if you don't.
I mean, Nubi's on direct, I believe here, so there will be probably no proper bombing, just a sentry focus. Morg gets taken down by Croaky. This is nothing to start. Murphy jumps in actually, and there's actually complete deny. Joe predicted that stick trap on the hill and on the rock. I want a camera on that actually. Look at that stick trap. That is at least 100 IQ.
Definitely.
So this was demolished.
But you know, 100 IQ, that's just average, you know.
Nubi is again on the Market Gardener, but he's again in the same stick trap. Almost gets someone, but almost...
Joe just airshot Murphy bigly. Just snatched him right out of the air, no chance.
So there's not really an opener for Open Squad right now, so they need to find something to open up here a bit.
Definitely, Morg is on his spot again, but he
Murphy
drops
actually
down.
Uber from under. Spamfest unfortunately drops down. Spams makes zero mercy on that. 40 and Spamfest goes down. Great picks, but not in an Uber exchange. Well, not even an Uber exchange, isn't it?
They do get the sentry, but you know, Feila's on the high ground, but they are bleeding quite a lot. But they do have the teleporter for fast reinforcements.
Yeah, but there's actually an Uber coming in right now, and Mezzo is just sapping everything, denying. Feila's actually back on. Murphy in, really in, and Leia is taking it as a lift opportunity and leaving. Pock gets taken down by Mezzo on the way.
Didn't accomplish anything. Needed a teammate to clean up after him. Because he did get some good damage.
Talking about teammates,
jumping
is in again with the Market Garden. We are on... Is Leila on quits? No.
No, it's just a festive.
Yeah, I was about to say. Web is actually taken down by Murphy here, and there's actually a conch coming in.
Open squad quite aggressive, and V-Clock's running forward and getting some frags or clearing out the situation. Mezzo is behind, and he might go for the NG. NG is already setting up on third.
But he's there's actually a teleporter. And Mezzo is just bullying Spamfest on third right now, while the rest of Feila is holding.
Yeah, he's zapping everything. He's doing the old Kazul, except Kazul will be on the cloak and do nothing.
But Spray actually goes down on second, as well as Murphy, so this is not the greatest outcome here.
As well as the rest of their team. So I guess Feila will put up a comfortable third hold. They have their Uber ready. Just have to not let Open Squad in, and they'll get a good defense here.
Definitely.
This is easier to hold on first, and Open Squad was already struggling on first, not getting any forces and so on. They just got the point because Feila backed off, so gonna have a hard time here taking down this defense.
I mean, it's all in the cards, you know, as well as Nubi just goes in and... Actually, Spamfest goes down to Morg. This is a quite a well opener here for Nubi, just spamming the sentry out now.
And he does.
Talking about openers. So no gun actually for Feila eSports. Morg goes down to May though. But not the biggest of a concern if you ask me.
Well, it does mean that Feila has a sniper advantage, and that can be big on this point.
Definitely. I mean, let's see. I mean, Stoner is just on the card, looking quite bored actually. Well, Pocky takes down Spray and drops him with that, so Pocky just waited for that particular thing.
Yeah, you know, you can just cosplay as Sentry, as Sniper, and sit in that window and be annoying, and there's not much you can do about it. So,
Nubi
well played
quite deep in, takes down middle. interesting pick. Something to remember. So Meg is actually taken up by Moore. This might be something. No flank open. Clark gets taken up by AJ. Nothing too big of a worry there. Snuggles, or Justice, how you want to call him, whatever.
We see actually a quite interesting strat by Spamfest. He's still on the Eureka effect, so he has a teleporter up there, so he can just teleport straight to his sentry. So it's interesting.
Is Metro again? No, he almost did it.
Feila, Layla was paying attention and blocked it.
Yeah, definitely. In Pocky on an 8k right now. Something you don't see often, but if you see it, it's interesting. Okay, it's taken up by Snuggles actually. So, actually, May taken down Sprayer. That's interesting. So no medic again for open squad. That's not looking too well.
And looks like Feila is gonna get another full Uber, and they have their sentry.
It's actually the cap coming in, and Layla extremely low. Stunner take just walks in. He had enough of that. They just go in and kill now. It kind of works.
Let's just drop to some flames. Not actually sure if she had 100%.
Layla didn't drop, but she still died to it, and this is what matters. And Stone is just on the card. He had enough. Who are these people? I don't even speak English. I just push now. Just behind, but it doesn't. It actually matters. Square just kills Square and Justice. And Stoner is not pushing the card anymore. As I would have giggled for that one.
Joe says hi in chat and says called it, so he's quite confident in picking off Sprayer, I guess.
Wow, that's tops.
No, that's just...
He's ready to get Porky.
That's just experience. You know, he risked it. He could have just been picked off and have a bad defense here on last, but he was just confident in
but
his...
being picked off, Joe just goes down to newbie.
Whatever.
Might be an opener. And demo pick and Edge as well down.
I mean, open squad isn't doing anything with their opening. Joe is about to spawn, and the open squad is nowhere to be seen. Mork is in the window, but he's watching a direction. Actually, Joe is going that direction, but doesn't get picked off.
I mean, open squad have map in control at the moment. If they would get their sniper into that, but they're just abandoning the idea.
May is on Mork, and he's getting the melee kill.
Almost.
No, he did. Some good RuneScape sword or whatever it's called.
Fair enough, but Open still looking for the opener. He's is trying to get another frag with frag movie folder here right now with the reflex of the sentry. There's actually an Uber coming in, exchange. Sentry extremely low, actually goes. And now the aftermath is important. Joe is behind, it's just completely a mess, and Open is bleeding under it really bad.
Feila does lose Joe and Layla, so... But it is Uber or equals the Sprayer died as well, and there's not enough reinforcements, so we'll see another defense here. Sentry back up again. Joe putting up his same old sticky trap again. Let's see if Newbie jumps in it again.
I think Newbie has figured it out now, didn't he?
Yeah, he's going macro now, but gets shot down by Heavy and Soldier. We do have a teleporter going to third, but there's no entrance. But if he's still on Eureka effect, then he can just teleport there and bring his sentry maybe.
Yeah, would be a bit of BM and probably could wisdom the round. Okay, I mean we're at a 9-minute time now, aren't we?
Or they could get third back and properly BM.
You mean they just completely go back? There's actually an early Uber coming in by open squad. So let's see what's happening. Layla is just trying to climb stairs right now. But there's nothing really, there's no frags coming in. They took down the sniper with an entire Uber. This is just not enough. I mean, Nubi is in again with the market gardener. I'm actually getting bored now to see that. Snuggles goes into drop down, takes down their individual heavy, but It's not enough frags coming in. Spread died
Sprayer
along the way as
just
well.
got stat West Side story style, a proper knife fight.
Got shanked. Fair enough. Edge just gets burned down with 1 HP by Stallone 8. That's another one for the log. So I think OpenSquad needs to like differ their story right now. They're just coming in from main, Newbie's just taunting it to see if there's something up. That's interesting.
Big coordination by Rapey and Middle taking out the mini sentry and map room together. They just coordinated that jump greatly. No chance for that mini.
Bombing in, but I don't know where he went, but he's gone now. Walker's down and Newbie gets reflect killed by Wiethoofd. Not that juicy as the one from the throne, but still quite well. And Solo does the only right thing to do right now. He's pushing the card and Snuggles dies to the same old sticky trap.
Metzel did pick off Porky, so free reign for Morg, except he gets picked off by the RuneScape blade again in window. It's not the place to be. Need some protection.
So there's Newbie again quite high and actually another angle this time. And connects 2 high and 2 rockets on Spamfest, but he's buffed so it doesn't matter.
Thing is, Newbie is always bombing in alone into 4 players. He needs some backup, you know? Act as a distraction.
OpenSquad just actually they get some frags right now, but the collapse from Feila comes in.
Oh, it's just medic and soldier now though. They do have conch, so
probably Layla goes down here as well, but I mean OpenSquad actually have an upper hand. Please take away your market gardener. It's at this point getting just annoying. 1 up for Feila is having a respawn where Pocky goes down now. Let's see if Newbie can hold it. Newbie actually tries again to market gardener, gets a direct on Jojo, kills him. Murphy in this world gets completely denied by Wave.
The reinforcements are here and looks like Feila is holding on to this point for a bit longer. They do get some cleanup frags and looks like they secured the area.
Definitely, I mean, Feila is now on a quick fix. This doesn't look that good of an hold, right? But like Square is at the moment at 50%, so they need to get Square off the point, off the bat right now. And Spans just completely destroys middle and map. I'm glad I saw that. Newbie again on the market gardener.
Yeah, misses.
This was such a secure kill, I believe, actually. And Mog gets the third time the Rune Blade.
Come on board, get out of that window. Quick fix comes in. Look at that extra health on Layla. She gets fixed off, she wouldn't even care.
I didn't even know who killed Square, but doesn't matter, he's dead, doesn't he? Wiethoofd apparently killed him, so credit to Wiethoofd, right? Middle gets denied by Snuggles, but there's no chance of them pushing. Actually, there's a big chance. There are only 3 people up. I just realized I didn't even.
Yeah, but reinforcements are here, and well.
Yeah, but this time OpenSquad has great, bigger grip, and Morgs with them quickly on Joe and here enough. And this is the push actually.
13 minutes. Oof, that's long. That's a lot of time to push.
To hold, but with the performance before, I doubt it.
Thing is, Feila might get complacent here, and you know, if OpenSquad gets a good third hold, then maybe they'll just defend third without letting them cap it. So
I mean, last time they got rolled to from first to third basically.
Yeah, and they didn't have a proper third hold. They had to use their Uber to re-push, and they didn't do it that well.
So we might as well just see what's happened. I mean, if OpenSquad actually knows now when to go out, and Newbie gets a proper market gardener kill on their medic, or at least takes away the market gardener and realizes he could have done way more without it probably, except that juicy market gardener kill, we might as well just see another upset. We see actually Middle on Manchester, so Middle wants to step up. He listening secretly to the stream. He wants to show us he's a good soldier as well. Hartz, what do you think?
Yeah, either he's stream sniping or somebody Steam messaged him. That's some good faking by him.
That might be the biggest Morris cake so far.
Time to go on to the middle.
And Joe is doing the cadence thing again. Wiethoofd bleeds in, so this is probably no Wiethoofd jump in as well. And the jump should come in now, and there it is. And middle goes down, so only Joe in actually to bomb. Gets completely denied, and there is no Market Gardener. And I didn't saw that, but Wiethoofd just screamed really loud, so I think something happened. And Mezzo actually took down middle as well, so no jumping in there. Nubi actually, and Nubi takes Spamfest and Mayon. There's another bomb coming in, and Sprayer, being the god he is, just being forced. Joe gets taken down as well, but it's just a normal bomb thing, right?
Middle just landed directly next to Sprayer, shot a rocket onto him, and died to his own rocket, but it did force Sprayer.
I mean, he's on rocket boots again, right? So there's no point in it.
No, what a disappointment. But they do have full Uber advantage now. Uber comes in, but counter punch is called. Sprayer is on the low ground. We don't see a lot of kills for the blue side, and Layla is overextending, gets picked off by spams.
Yeah, but this opens going to get out now.
Is in. It just burns down Sprayer. Murphy can't defend his medic and also gets picked off by Azure, so I guess after a bad blue push they eventually cap it out anyway to big pyro plays.
It's not looking like a goal right now, right? Like, Homescott has enough time probably to set up for third right now. It all comes down now to Sprayer and Clark, basically.
Yeah, true, but they just blundered their first defense to basically 2 players. So that's not good enough. But
nope.
They looks like Uber equal Ubers, and they are setting up Clark with the side sentry, building up his level 1 before replacing it in the window, so smart by him.
So Feila's actually in here. Dry push it probably here. He gets a couple of pipes there in middle, actually quite deep, actually can't connect something sad. Snaggles get taken down by Proki. There's no heavy for the top right area. Wave gets taken down, Murphy gets taken down by May. So the card is just being slowly pushed, and Spence just comes from behind. I'm not sure how he got there, but takes down May anyways. Sona gets bleed in, Spamfest starts to Nubi, and there's actually an Uber pop in, I'm convinced of that, but actually it works.
And Sprayer gets picked up on roughly 99%.
But that's
just harsh.
This is actually third, ladies and gentlemen. And Nubi in, trying to gets a nice air shot there, and gets Joe down as well. All 3 rockets hit there, this was great.
I gotta give another shout out to Wiethoofd. He's carrying this offense, gets the medic twice, and just ruining the defense of open squad. He's just doing a good job. And he's flanking in right now, back on Sprayer. Can't get enough damage though.
And middle in, he's up for taking a little square here.
And Adley and May go in as well, and Porky just smacks Mezzo in the face with his knife.
Look at Clark and Joe, the Titan fight here right now, and Clark just completely destroys him. And that's the taunt coming in as well.
Oof! Taunting on the mini sentry kill. Yeah, that's some Bulo stuff.
And Murphy actually not being taken out by the mini sentry. Joe really high bomb here. Onto Sprayer, but I can't connect the rockets in time. The sticks, excuse me. There's actually a double kill coming in from the mini sentry of Clark, and this took actually another a couple of minutes to save and rest for Openspot.
Mezzo kills Layla, so they actually can get a proper hold now and maybe defend it for 9 minutes. Clark's in with the revenge crits.
Just because he had enough of it.
Yeah, well they're really aggressive, so that's nice to see.
And he takes down May as well. And he just leaves.
Good for him. I mean, his mini did work, so he deserved those crits. Let's see what's Layla doing. She's just buffing her demo, getting ready to bomb in, I guess.
Yeah, put that bleed. Pocky bleeds in before. Let's see if something happening.
Force
Bill gets taken down here, and Clark goes down to Joe, but there's actually a force coming in. Just worked.
There's Layla, nowhere to be seen. Really far back, so full Uber advantage, 70%.
Yeah.
This looks bad for Open Squad. This could be ending pretty soon unless they get some drops on Medic.
Talking about drops, just like Meso just died to pick on Joe, so there's actually a call coming in for May to go in right now. And Lela is quite not convinced to go in right now, I believe.
And they do go tires. They're taking position on the high ground, but where's Joe? They need Joe. Oh, he's there now. He took the teleporter. Smart guy. And
there's actually
comes
a pop coming in. Just launched him into the corner. And Ormscott actually doing a BMS to it, just walking on top right now, but Web is just stealing so much time. And now Ormscott needs to hurry or the card is being pushed while they are walking around, and poor Spamfest didn't realize there is a heavy behind them.
Yeah, quite messy fight here. Both sides losing their players, but Open Squad has their Uber top later.
Coming in.
Middle as well, and they pick off Sprayer. You see, this is the difference between newbie and middle. One is jumping in alone with the Martin Gardner, and the other one has a teammate and rockets. You know, but that just doesn't compare.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, let's see what's happening now. Maybe Meso gets a pick onto Layla. It's 6 mil on the time, it's not unbeatable, right? But like, it's still beatable.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over. The Open Squad definitely can hold this.
I mean,
definitely.
They do a great job holding right now.
Yeah. But, you know, Feila is walking in while they're backing off again with their heavy. I guess they want to get their full Uber advantage and push on the dot and get as many frags as they can. Clark with a quite aggressive level 1. With the nice jumpers, level 2 now, so smart play by him.
This is probably the solution right now. There's actually a early Uber coming in right now. Murphy's being probably picked out instantly. Nice Wrangler by Clark, the 9 middle complete. But the rest of them just sits in Spyro actually and having a nice time with quick fix Uber.
Yeah,
they need to come out soonish, or they're just being kept off.
Yeah,
Web on top right now. Doesn't look too well. Stone is not quite sure what to do right now, and that's a full wipe for Ormscott actually, and that's the point. And Feila eSports takes a 6-0 into the finals against Strong Opinions. Congratulations there.
Yeah, that was a capital E and a capital Z. Easy.
Yeah, we saw harder games, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's just, in the end, Open Squad just not good enough to fight Feila in the long term. Their first round, their attack was quite decent, but not fast enough. And second round, they just didn't show up. And I mean, May picked off Mork 3 times with the steel blade thing. And I mean,
Moonblade, I think it is called.
Yeah. The Boston Basher blade.
So I want to do some logs and then we're gonna jump into the interviews. I would believe if people are up
Let's
for that.
see, May. 468 melee damage. What a player. 3 kills on Mork.
Yeah. I mean, if we go to the kills in general, we can see Joe with 34 kills, and followed up with middle and newbie with 27.
Apparently Sprayer was running a KritzKast once. I
didn't catch on to that as well.
Yeah, same.
I mean, Sprayer actually out-healing Layla still, right? Well, okay, with the quick fix, with the KritzKast, yeah, we can take this a fair fight. When it comes to damage, we see Joanne with 11k, newbie with 8, middle with 7.5, and Murphy with 7.
Yeah, big difference between Joe and Murphy again, like 3 times as many kills, and that's just... Also, what confuses me, newbie has 2 air shots and Feila has 2 air shots, so this should have been a much closer game, because air shots are equal.
I think it just didn't catch on for them.
Also, newbie, only 130 damage on the Morgan Gardner, so he didn't hit a single critical with it. That's just disappointing. Big discrepancy between V-Clocks and Strono. 25 to 12 kills. Same damage though.
Yeah, questionable, right?
Yeah, and actually Murphy is bottom fragging for open squad, and Morg is as well. That's those two players needed to show up because those are some high impact classes, and I guess they were just picked off.
Yeah, they got quite focused, I believe so.
Yeah, by Melee. Ha.
Ha!
So I do believe we will have some interviews, see some interesting players in Monday.
So from both teams, one time it's Clark from Open Squad, same as Square. Then we have Proki and Joanne, I believe, from Feila eSports. So remember, guys, we are all being nice here. So keep it low, right?
I hate Joe.
Okay, fair enough.
So the better demo.
First of all, congratulations to Feila eSports for getting into finals, right?
Thank you.
Better luck next time, Open Squad, obviously. I don't know how to say that nicely, but this was convenience. This was convincing that Feila eSports played better this time. Clark or Sprayer, I don't really mind. What do you think? Where did it stuck for you?
I think Clark can start.
I thought you could start. What happened again? What was the question?
Where did it stuck for you? Where could you say okay, that went completely wrong. We should have done that instead of that.
Honestly, Feila is just a better team. I think individually they're I don't think they're that much better than Open Squad players, but their teamwork is much better. That's pretty much it. That's what it boils down to.
Okay.
They're just a better team.
Yeah, fair enough. We said it in the stream as well quite a lot, except Newbie in middle, Newbie being out of his league with the Market Gardener kill on Layla.
Oh, that was it on stream, man.
Yeah, we got that on stream. Don't worry. Porky, Joe, or Joanne and Porky, say something. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Fair
expected to win. I threw UGC
that's rude.
so I could win ETF2L.
This was on purpose.
Of course.
It was 200 IQ right there. I see. Okay, Porky, you against Morg. What did you think?
Yes. Morg's good at second scoping.
Fair enough. That's quite some BM. So any questions, Hartz?
Yeah, I have a question. Could somebody message Beep and get these logs combined and send them to me?
Okay. Besides that, I mean, how was the comms after Coal Plant Clark Square?
It was okay.
I think we started Coal Plant really well, actually. I think the first round was really good. Even when there was a pause after the first round because Spamfest timed out, and they even said, come on, guys, it was fine. We should just keep doing what we're doing. But then it just went completely wrong. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I have a question for Joe on last defense on Badwater.
Yes.
You took the tele to third and you killed Sprayer, and then you called it. If you could explain that to us.
Well, as someone saw it, so I just said, actually call it to their team, but they didn't, so what do you expect? It's Highlander. It's pretty hard to come.
Okay, that was a boring answer.
Yeah, fair enough.
What else do you want me to say?
I don't know, this was really easy. I thought I'm gonna take this tele and just pipe some people and just predict everything.
It was
hoping for something like that.
But that was about it.
So but another question that's burning here is Joe, Porky, what do you think? Strong opinions? Next week, how do you guys think it will go?
Easy 2-0, don't worry.
Easy 2-0.
Yes.
I think it will be close.
Okay, Porky, a bit
Not
more
quite
mature
that
there.
confident as Joe.
Fair enough, we're gonna see to that. We're gonna, of course, stream that as well. So any shoutouts you guys want to do let's start with Clark because he's on the top right now.
I'm always on the top. I want to shout out Open Squad players. I want to shout out you guys for casting, and I want to shout out SDCK. Thanks.
Fair enough. HartzFartz, come on. Shut it.
That's all.
Fair enough. Joanne.
Shout out to my team and shout out to Murphy being the worst man in Prem.
Okay,
oh, I've got one more thing, sorry. Switch to Iron Bomber. There you go.
That's some proper BM. Okay, Porky, be a bit more kind, please.
Shout out to Dreamy, shout out to Middle, shout out to Moist, and shout out to Feila.
Okay, this is nice of you, thank you. So, Sprayer, come on.
Well, shout out to Open Squad. It was a decent season for team. And also shout out to SDCK. And yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm gonna make the last one then. Shout out to Wiethoofd for, of course, production.
Oh yes, Wiethoofd, I forgot him. Yes, him as well. Thanks.
Yeah.
I always forget Wiethoofd, but he's the one doing all the work. Like
exactly.
he's doing all the work and no one forgets about him.
Again, shout out to Wiethoofd, to KritzKast that we can cast here, our ETF2L matches, of course. Shout out to Open Squad and Feila for having a nice game to cast here for us. Yeah, and shout out to Wheat Cake Sellers, of course. Shout out to Redwood as well. Yeah. Remember, next week we have the finals probably. Feila eSports will have strong opinions. So tune in for that as well. Don't forget to be nice to each other. And yeah, see you around.
Hi, old beaver! Away!